When you think of someone being in the Air Force, you probably think of something like this. Or maybe even this. Or quite possibly this. But what I doubt you think of is someone like, well, me. A photographer. That's right, I serve my country by taking pictures. But what if I told you that this job is actually a career field in the military? What if I told you that as an Air Force photographer, you'd have the chance to experience some pretty amazing things? You see, over the past 2 years, I've had the chance to travel the world alongside the F-22 Raptor demonstration team, taking photos and videos of the world's most technologically advanced fighter jet. And while, yes, I've gotten to do some pretty cool things, like hanging out the back of a C-130, watching aerial refueling, and even getting the chance to ride in the back of a jet myself, this video is not about that. This is about me taking you behind the scenes on what I get to do in the Air Force. So with that being said, our latest trip has brought me to Ocean City, Maryland, where our team is getting ready to perform at one of the coolest beachfront air shows in the world. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm here in Ocean City, Maryland. I actually just checked into this hotel room about half an hour ago, threw all my stuff down, got all my camera gear out, and kind of figured where I could charge everything. That's usually the first thing I do. But anyway, it's gonna be an awesome show this weekend, so I'm just trying to relax, kind of rest up a little bit, because it's gonna be a fun one. Now, I will say the Army and Marine Corps loves to give the Air Force crap about having the nicest hotel rooms, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, this one's pretty nice. So I'll show you guys around real quick, and then also take you out on the balcony where I'm gonna do some of my shooting, because it looks right out over where the air show is gonna be. All right, so here she is. You can see my camera bag down here. All my stuff's already charging. King size bed, which is always nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some fun editing here this weekend, but I'll take you guys out to the balcony. All right, so I'll show you guys the view here. As you can see, it looks out right over the water. The beach actually stretches for about 10 miles, so all these people are gonna have a front row view of the show. You can see the ship way out here in the distance. That's actually show center, so all the jet's maneuvers will be centered right here. So I've got a pretty sweet spot to watch from or shoot from if I choose. So yeah, pretty excited about that. So my official job title on the team is actually Public Affairs Officer, and that encompasses everything from planning community outreach events to running the team's social media, as well as doing all the photography and video. Now, I do take this job very seriously, and that's because I know we have hundreds of thousands of fans all over the world, people who love the F-22, who love the Air Force, who love aviation, but don't have the access that I do to be up close to the jet all the time. And so I really take it as a challenge. I want to create the best content possible, and I feel like I owe that to all the fans out there. So what I'm trying to say is that while yes, this job is awesome, I get to go to some amazing places and stay in some amazing hotels as well, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all fun. I've probably pulled more all-nighters in these last 2 seasons on the team than I ever did throughout my entire life. I mean, I'm up late working on edits, on videos, on planning different things. But it's something I love, and I think that's one of the most important things you can do when you're looking for a job. But anyways, tomorrow morning is going to be an exciting day because the jets are actually going to be flying into town. We'll have 2 jets landing at Wallops Island, which is about an hour from here. And the reason they're not landing actually in Ocean City where the air show is going to be is because there's no runway here that's long enough for the F-22 to be able to operate out of. So we're going to be down about an hour away, 2 jets will be coming in, and it's an awesome opportunity for me to not only shoot the jets up close, but also to shoot our maintainers who are going to be on the ground working as well. So I'll see you guys out there in the morning. I'm going to get some sleep because I'm exhausted, but it should be a fun one tomorrow. When I woke up the next morning, I did my usual routine and then made sure the uniform was looking all nice and ready to go. I get to wear these pretty sweet all-black uniforms that have this big F-22 demo team logo on the back. Once that was all good to go, I grabbed my camera bag and headed out the door to meet the jets at Wallops Island. All right, I just got here to Wallops Island. You can see the NASA logo behind me, which is pretty sweet. But anyways, right now I'm just waiting on the jets to land. I heard they're about a few minutes out, so I'm gonna go get my gear set up so I can shoot the jets landing and also taxiing, which should be pretty sweet. And also, if you're curious, yes, this uniform is extremely hot. Normally I try to find some shade, but because, like I said, the jets are just a few minutes out, I'm gonna get set up and I guess just embrace the heat for now. All right, yep, I can hear them overhead, so I hope you guys brought some earplugs because it is about to get loud. So arrival day is usually my favorite day of airshow week because as you can see, I get to get up close to the jets, interact with the team, and just really have a lot of fun. And today's especially unique because we have a pretty full lineup here at this week's show. So in addition to the F-22s, the A-10s here, the F-35, and even the Air Force Thunderbirds, just maxing out the ramp down here with some epic air power.
You see, there aren't very many jobs out there where you get to be around jets as much as this. Just because I'm not a pilot doesn't mean that I never want to be around airplanes. And to me, it's like the best of both worlds. You get to be up close and personal to a bunch of different aircraft, and at the end of the day, you're not the one pulling a ridiculous amount of G's.
All right, I am back in the hotel, which is one of my favorite parts of the day because I finally get to take this extremely heavy camera bag off. Here, I'll show you what's inside so you can see what I get to carry around all day. Seriously, this thing is extremely heavy. So in addition to the camera I'm currently filming with, I got this big long lens that I take aerial shots with. I've got another camera here, got another lens, little tripod, sunscreen, oh, and don't forget the ear protection. And then usually I'm also carrying around this gimbal as well, so it definitely gets pretty heavy, but yeah. Pretty much get a workout every single day. Now luckily the rest of the day is free because the actual air show doesn't start until tomorrow. However, that doesn't mean I can just go head out to the beach and relax because, as I like to say, with my job in the Air Force, when everyone else's work is done, my job begins. So right about now, I'm gonna go through all the photos and videos that I took and get them scheduled and edited to post on social media for tomorrow. So anyway, work behind the scenes as usual, but hey, I enjoy it. Okay, so I just finished up my edits for the day. As you can see here, these are all of my raw photos. So essentially the process is I go through all of these, I rate them, I sort them, then I edit them. Then I export them over to post on social media, which you can see I got here on Facebook, as well as Instagram, and finally on Twitter. Now I probably go through 250 gigabytes of storage every single show, so you can do the math on how much that adds up every single year. But anyways, it never really feels like work for me, even though it takes a long time, because I love doing this, I love social media, so, if you're doing what you love, never work a day in your life, right? All right, guys, tomorrow is the big day, so I'm gonna get up bright and early to scope out the best spots to shoot from. Anytime we do an air show over the water, it's always exciting, and the photography is great, so that should be pretty cool. Now tonight, I'll probably go get some food, maybe actually check out the beach for a second, but other than that, head back here, go to bed, and I will catch you guys in the morning.
Air show day, a time for families to come kick back, relax, and hear the sound of freedom. With 4 Air Force jet teams here this weekend, word definitely traveled fast. Because as the hours went by, the beach began to fill up. The word on the street is that almost all the hotels in Ocean City are at max capacity. So yeah, this should be fun.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Ocean City Air Show. I'm out here right now trying to scope out the best place to shoot from. So at the top of this hotel, there's actually a rooftop where a lot of the air show directors are watching from, and they gave me an invite to head up there to shoot from. So the plan right now is that I'm gonna stay down here to shoot a little bit of the crowd, and then when it's time for the F-22 to perform, I'm gonna head up to the top to get the ultimate vantage point. So I hope you guys are ready, because here we go.
With about half an hour to spare, I made my way up through the hotel lobby and onto the rooftop. Turns out I had to take the elevator to the 9th floor, walk up some stairs, through the penthouse, and then go up some more stairs to where I finally found out how to get to the top.
All right, that was a little more difficult than I thought to get to, but we made it up here with about 10 minutes to spare. You can really see the entire beach from up here, so this is definitely an insane location. First up on the lineup schedule, we're gonna have the A-10 demo team, then we're gonna have F-22, followed by F-35, and finally the Thunderbirds. I even hear there's gonna be a special heritage flight formation with each of the single ship demos as well, so that should be pretty sweet. I guess all I can say is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And that's a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed watching some of that footage. I certainly had a blast up here. Probably one of the coolest places I've ever shot from. Now I do have a couple other things I need to do tonight. Of course I need to edit and get some social media posts scheduled, but other than that, I think we can safely call it a day.
So yeah, there you have it, a day in my life as an Air Force photographer. Well, I guess I should say a few days in my life. I hope you enjoyed getting to see some of what I get to do, and as I've said before, although the air show may be over, the real work for me is just beginning. If you want to see some of my final shots from both this air show and many others, you can check out my Instagram here. For now, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.